What's up, guys? It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. So first of all, if you're new here, go check us out on Facebook. Our group is called World Travelers. I would like to throw a shout out really quick, a huge shout out to Amber. Amber Shepard is going to be helping and basically taking on completely by herself, doing like some raffles and giveaways and stuff. Super exciting in the group, which I'm really excited about. This is the video that you'll be commenting on to be entered into the raffle, which is really exciting in a lot of ways. This video is actually coming at a perfect time. We were just talking about travel. Amber and I went on a cruise. I don't think it was last year. I think it was the year before that. Obviously, everything's been crazy, but Arizona just opened up and masks are no longer required, and the businesses are allowed to operate at full potential again, which is really cool. So that being said, it looks like in a positive direction for possible travel, and I wanted to commemorate that and also her raffle with a video about travel, because I have not made videos about travel because it's been so crazy lately. But I feel like some really positive stuff is going to be coming in the near future. So first of all, I have 5 quick and easy things that can help you save money on travel. 5 quick tips. So we're going to make this video under 10 minutes, hopefully. The first thing is be flexible. Now, I don't mean like being able to be stretched or whatever, because that's weird, but be flexible. I do mean some things specifically as far as the flexibility is concerned, meaning most people work 9-to-5 jobs. A lot of travelers, maybe not so much, but there's definitely a lot of travelers that do work 9-to-5s, and it's really difficult to be able to get time off and stuff like that. First of all, what I would say, I think most companies are pretty lenient with your time off as long as it's as far out as possible. So if you're booking a trip 3 months or a year in advance or something like that, you're probably going to be able to get the time off. Think optimistically. But what I would do is find your flights or whatever, however you're traveling. I would assume it's flights if it's going to be like international travel. So find your flights and first find the cheapest flight, and then go back after you purchase your flight. I know this is kind of sketchy sometimes for people, but you're more likely to be able to get a better deal on your flights if you are more flexible. So you find your flights, find your countries, whatever. And I also mean be flexible. If you're just a world traveler and you just want to travel somewhere, like you're like, I want to go to South America. Well, don't maybe be so specific about Brazil. Maybe you can go to Colombia or something like that, or Costa Rica or whatever. Maybe open it up a little bit and understand that, once you're there, maybe you can scoot around and go to different places or whatever. But be specific. Be flexible on your flights. Find your flights first and then ask for the time off, hopefully after you purchase the ticket. I'm a live on the edge of my seat kind of person. That's what I would do. I would purchase my ticket first, and then I would ask for the time off. The reason being is because if you ask for the time off and you get it, and it ends up being absolutely like peak season in somewhere that you don't know. Maybe Italy is peak season when it's not peak season in another country or something like that. And it happens all the time, and you might be very surprised, like, what? I didn't even expect it to be expensive. So just understand that the time is going to matter massively. A lot of these places, like Bali, was big for Australians. When I went there, it was like a weekend hop-over place for Australians or something like that. So I did not anticipate that. So whatever they have for spring break or something like that might not be what you're expecting. So just keep that in mind. Be flexible. Next thing is go to more to one place. I didn't do this when I first started traveling, but I did get a little bit more specific as time went by. What I mean is I have to fit in a lot of travel, and as my life has gotten more demanding, I own a gym now, and I have to just started this. I guess it would be considered a personal training studio is what I would consider. Not really a gym because we don't have like public things or anything like that. But in the same sense, I need to be able to run my place while I'm not here. I need to make sure that I'm not gone for hugely extended periods of time, at least not for now. So understanding that when I do go to places, I want to maximize my travel. And what that means is when I travel, I want to go to, instead of one country, maybe over the course of like 2 weeks, hit 5 or 6 countries. That does a few things. So first of all, it opens it up because I get to see more. But I think most importantly on the money saving aspect side, if I'm going to 6 countries, I could potentially fly into any one of those 6. So I'm going to probably have 6 wildly different prices on airline tickets, which is really great. And remember, like Google Flights is probably by far my favorite. I know that sounds weird, but you can set up updates and everything like that. There's Hopper and stuff like that, but I promise you Google Flights has been by far my best overall flight finder. There's Skyscanner. Just Google Flights is great because you can pick the place, you can go month by month by month, and you can just see when the cheapest day is. I'm not saying that you can't find cheaper ones. You can, I'm sure. But Google Flights has been pretty good to me. And I figure what I would recommend is get good at one platform and just stick with it because you know what it is and it's comfortable for you and you can really find the best deals when you understand how to navigate a certain site. The next thing is do not pack heavy. I made that mistake one time in Ireland. And in Ireland, I carried way too much crap, and they got me really hard because I didn't check my baggage in. Anyway, a regular size, like, stowaway bag, whatever they call that, checked luggage, there you go. Checked luggage could cost you upwards of $100, $200, okay? Literally, go to Walmart, get a TSA online, or get a TSA bag carry-on. It's like a medium-sized backpack. Don't stuff it like crazy. Stuff it with your absolute essentials, like if you have certain hair products or certain deodorants or your laptop or just very specific things like phone charger, credit cards, your passport, very specific things. If you wear a certain pair of pants, if you wear a certain pair of underwear and you're like, I will not literally wear any underwear on the planet besides that. That's me. I will bring underwear. If it's shorts, I wear gym shorts, t-shirts, and literally like the same underwear and the same socks. So I'm very easy to pack, very simple stuff. But if you're the type of person that's going to be like buying clothes along the way and stuff like that, then don't worry about bringing too much stuff because you're going to get stuff along the way. And chances are it's going to get ripped, torn, you're going to adventure in it and all kinds of stuff. So don't pack heavy. I always, I have not packed heavy since Thailand. That was the last place I brought a large box of, not box, but like baggage. And that was because I brought all my protein and like my workout stuff. And beyond that, that was the last time I did it. I always bring a backpack, just a backpack. Almost 90% of my trips are all backpacks. The next thing is number 4. Book domestic flights in that country. Meaning if I go to Paris and then I'm going from Paris to Germany. If I'm going to be flying from Paris to Germany and I'm in Arizona, don't book your ticket from Paris to Germany while you're in Arizona. Now, I will word on the side of caution that if you're like all balls out and this trip has to be like super fast, super planned, everything's like stress-free or something like that. First of all, travel is stressful. There's just no way around it. Some aspect of it will be somewhat stressful. Especially if they're fast trips and stuff like that. I will say if you travel with me, It's probably most definitely stressful because I'm just like that. Like I'm a high strung person. But go to Paris and then book with a local flight company from Paris to Germany. Could be like Ryanair or something like that, and it's going to be way cheaper than if they know you're coming from Arizona, because the servers are different. They know where you're coming from. They know what internet browser you're using and stuff like that. You're being tracked. Like your cookies are watched and stuff like that, and you will pay significantly more. I went from Thailand to, I want to say it was Bali, and it was like $40 or something like that, and I looked it up before. It was like $250. So it's a big difference. It's a very big difference because they think you're local. You know, when you're there, they don't know that you're not local necessarily when it comes up as your IP address and stuff like that. So keep that in mind. Or also remember, the United States is very large. So if you're coming from the US and you're going to like Europe and stuff like that, a lot of those smaller countries are extremely compact, and bus or train is a extremely positive, very fast, very efficient mode of transportation compared to America. If you've ever gone Greyhound in America, it is not that slow over there. They have things called Flixbus, which is like, I think I went from like one part of Germany to like France. I don't know where it was. It was like $5. I could not believe it was like so cheap. And it's like a bus that has Wi-Fi, and it's like a Greyhound on steroids. Like it was very nice. And you could do trains and stuff like that. Trains tend to be a hell of a lot more expensive, but they're going to be a lot faster, probably a lot safer, more scenic and stuff like that, rather than the highways. You're going to be seeing like, you know, countryside and stuff like that. So if you're looking for really beautiful views and stuff like that, and more of a relaxed version, it would be like the Eurail or something like that. Gosh, it feels good to talk about travel. Holy crap. And this is way over 10 minutes. Sorry. Man, I miss travel a lot. Okay, next one, and the final thing for a money-saving tip for traveling abroad, traveling not abroad, it doesn't really matter what it is. This one is important. Book hostels or hotels through the actual place and ask if they have better deals. So first, let me start by saying Hotels.com is by far my favorite. Hostel World sucks. Airbnb sucks. I'm not trying to talk trash about these companies, but I've traveled a lot. Like I have been in probably, I don't know, a couple hundred hostels at least. And those companies are trash. Airbnb left me basically homeless in Colombia because of like technicalities or whatever, and kept my money for almost a month. That was ridiculous. Like Hostel World charges a fee. I will say with Hostel World you can change stuff, but by far, all in all, Hotels.com seemed to be the best, my favorite option. The reason being is because your 10th night is free. Your 10th night is free, and when you become a gold member, if you do like 10 or 20 trips in a year, it actually comes out to where they have like 100% 24/7 dedicated phone line to you. You call in, somebody picks up right away. It was really cool. I'm probably not that right now, but they have great customer service. They never left me high and dry. When there was like a screw up or whatever, so many times they just said, don't worry about it, we'll refund you, we'll change it out and stuff like that. And it was really good customer service. But if you stay in like $100 hotels or $50 hotels or even $20 hotels, they give you the average. So if you always stay in a $50 hotel for 9 times, the 10th $50 hotel is free. I think that's a great thing. And the reason that's great is because they never go away. Because you can literally bank them forever. You can bank like 2 weeks worth of hotels and use them all at once, which is really cool. So I thought that was probably by far the best option. Now, which has nothing to do with the tip, actually, but I wanted to give you that first. So that is your first option. Your second option would be book your place. I would not recommend waiting to the last minute to book your stuff unless you're like fly by the edge of the seat and you're like bouncing all over the place. Then be careful about pre-booking a bunch of stuff that you're not going to actually stay at, because I've done that too. You know, you get a sense of adventure, you start hanging out with other people, and you don't go there, and then you lose your money. But in the same sense, if it's a hostel, it's probably not that much. But I would say make sure you book your place in advance, at least a day or two. The longer you wait with hostels, I would try to get it a week out if you can, if you're like going to really stay in places a while. Read the reviews and stuff like that. But what I would recommend is always just book like a day or two max, because there has been so many places I've gone to and the vibe is whack. Like there was this one place in Austria that I literally thought it was so creepy. Like I woke up and there was like 20 people in the room and they were already like sleeping in the beds and I didn't hear them come in. It was really strange. Like it really made me uncomfortable. And there was another one in Portugal. It was like I was staying at like a men's home. Like it was like straight up like crime ridden, like plastic separations between the bunks. It was really strange, really super uncomfortable. And I stayed there, and I had to stay there like 3 nights. I totally wouldn't recommend it for anybody. And I would say 99% of like anybody or females or anybody would say, no, screw that, I'm not going to go. But when you do find a place that you like Selena resorts in South America are really good and stuff. But you'll find a lot of chains and stuff like that. But when you do find a place, some of those bigger places won't do this, but some of the smaller places, like the place I stayed in Colombia, I stayed there for like a month, and I only booked, I think, a day or something like that in the beginning because I had had so many bad experiences. I just want to check the place out first. But I booked there, and then I ended up like training some people, got some money, and I asked them, hey, do you guys want me to, first of all, as a kindness thing, because they have to pay a percentage for, referral and stuff like that. As a kindness thing, I would say, first of all, ask them, hey, do you want me to pay through the app or do you want me to pay directly to you? And if they want you to pay directly to them, say, okay, is there some type of thing like a bonus or any kind of reward that you offer? Meaning, if I pay for a week, can you give me a better deal than what the app would? Because remember, you would be collecting nights and stuff like that. 9 times out of 10, if it's a smaller chain and stuff like that, they will definitely give you a better deal, which was really cool. And I just paid weekly instead of like $120 or something like that on the app. I think they did it for like $75 or $80. So it's a pretty significant savings. So keep that in mind. Also, I would love to know where you will be traveling next. That's the comment below. So comment below where you're going to be traveling next. I feel like travel is definitely going to start opening up very soon, and I hope it is, because I've got a ticket. Like this is going on like 2 years. I was supposed to go to Greece last year, and I have like 3 or 4 cruises that got canceled and stuff like that. So it's just been really difficult not being able to kind of just go let loose and enjoy the world or whatever. So my question to you is, where are you going to be going next? Thank you again to Amber. Thank you again to anybody that is part of World Travelers, and have a beautiful day. Travel because you're not dead yet. Seriously, if you're thinking about it or you're on the fence, just do it. Pull the trigger. Buy a ticket. And I will say, even if you buy a cruise, that's a little side tip. Right now, if you buy a cruise with Carnival Cruise and it doesn't end up sailing because of like cancellations because of whatever's going on in the world today, if you rebook with them instead of getting a refund, they'll give you a $600 per room. It's $300 per person per room credit, onboard credit. It could go towards like drink packages or buying food or restaurants or gift shops or gambling, cigarettes. It was just all kinds of stuff. I don't know the exact things, but I know it's onboard credit, and I got it like 3 times. So which is really cool. And my airline ticket, they said I got like 5 years to rebook. So it's 100% in there, which is really cool. So if you have any other questions about travel or anything like that, please feel free to ask. Remember to be stronger than your excuses, spread love, not hate, and have a beautiful day. Bye.